Hello, ladies. I hope you did enjoy your lunch and your workshops and, of course, the Women Forum so far. It's time to talk business. We haven't talked too much business so far, so there's a lot going on in the world, and we're going to look at the key drivers, what actually will basically guide our lives going forward. Let me take you to what's actually been happening and whether you and I, if we all actually understand what is going on, how our world is shaping up. So 2008 comes along, we have a subprime crisis, then 2009 and 10 we have a tentative kind of recovery, then 2011, this is kind of now, we are in a full-blown crisis again. Call it sovereign debt crisis, call it leadership crisis, call it crisis at the moment of everything. So some people say, okay, where is this leading us? A double-dip recession in the US perhaps, or a Great Depression. George Soros said that for Europe eventually. So we really have to see what sort of world we are living in. Economically, socially, politically, so many things have happened this year alone. I mean, we had Japan. We had the earthquake in Japan, and then the tsunami, and then, of course, the nuclear crisis coming through there. Then we had the Arab Spring, very positive, but something that, of course, worldwide had repercussions, was watched, was kind of tried to be interpreted. Then we have now the American autumn, the Occupy Wall Street, and all of this is influencing our daily life. We have to kind of anticipate it, if you can anticipate it. We have to judge it, if you can judge it, and we have to adapt to it. And that is certainly not easy to do. And everybody is struggling with it. Actually, I read a very, very interesting McKinsey study the other day talking about business models. And I'm sure there's a lot of business leaders here in the auditorium as well. And the McKinsey study actually said that 50% of the CEOs that were interviewed in their studies said that their business model will fundamentally change within the next 10 years. Now, even to just establish a business model takes years, but I mean, it would totally change. 100% it will be different in 10 years' time. So we really have to know, where do we actually go in our world? We need to have security, predictability, and only if it's predictable we can actually make a success of it. So today we thought we're going to invite Bain Company Consultancy. There we have James Allen, who is a partner and co-leader of the global strategy practice, to come and talk to us about what he actually thinks, what our world is going to be like over the next 10 to 20 years. So we know what the mega trends are, what is going to be key challenge and a key opportunity, and how we really have to move about our business practices in order to make it a success. James Allen, why don't you join me here on the stage and present.
Thank you very much. Trying to talk about trends and have to narrow it down to 5 trends is like trying to pick your 5 favorite love songs or something, which is, I guarantee you, whatever I say, I missed off something critical to each of you, and I apologize in advance. Also, one of the things about mega trends is you're trying to look at the world of sort of 2020, 2025, as opposed to what happened last week, etc. So this will be surprising in some areas, because actually one of the big mega trends is growth, which is hard to think about right now. But let me just go through it. So I've got to find, where's my pre's? So I'll talk about 5 global megatrends, and I'll just walk through each of them very quickly to sort of set up the panel. So the first is, regardless of what's going on right now in Western Europe and North America, the fact of the matter is we're going to be bringing on 1 billion new consumers. And that is going to drive huge GDP growth over the next couple of years, over the next decade. And the facts are pretty interesting. So one is, while we're in North America, Western Europe dealing with real issues, overall GDP growth is still forecast to go at about 3.6%, and it's going to swell to about $90 trillion. And the growth of the world population